Hi, welcome. This is a video on how to solve quadratic equations by completing the square. Um, our first section here is just kind of introduce us to the background. Rewrite the following perfect squares in standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c. Hint, what does squaring something mean? Now they've given us an additional hint on the first one. X plus 1 squared is x plus 1 times x plus 1. And so if we use the distributive property, we take x times x and x times 1. That gives us x times x is x squared, and x times 1 is x. And then 1 times x, also x. And then 1 times 2, 1 times 1 is 1. And then I combine any that are like terms, which would be these two. And so standard form here would be x squared plus 2x plus 1. So look at the next one, x plus 2 squared. And that's x plus 2 times x plus 2. And x times x is x squared. And x times 2 is 2x. And 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times 2 is 4. When I combine like terms, I get x squared plus 2x plus 2x is 4x plus 4. And then x plus 3 squared is, once again, x plus 3 times x plus 3. And then x times x is x squared, and x times 3 is 3x, and 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 3 is 9. And so I get, when I combine those that are like terms, I get x squared plus 6x plus 9. Moving right along, x plus 4 squared is x plus 4 times x plus 4. And x times x is x squared, and x times 4 is 4x, and 4 times x is also 4x, and 4 times 4 is 16. When I combine these that are like terms, I get x squared plus 4x, and 4x is 8x plus 16. X plus 5 squared, that's x plus 5 times x plus 5. And x times x is x squared. X times 5, 5x. 5 times x is 5x. And 5 times 5 is 25. These two again are like terms, so when I combine them, I get x squared plus 5x is 10x plus 25. And then let's do one with a negative just to make it interesting. Here I've got x minus 5 squared, so that's x minus 5 times x minus 5. And x times x, x squared, x times minus 5 is minus 5x. Minus 5 times x, again, minus 5x. And minus 5 times minus 5 is positive plus 25. So when I combine those, I get x squared, and then minus 5x and minus 5x. When I combine them, I get minus 10x. And then plus 25. All right, let's look. It says, make some observations about the coefficients of the factored form x plus a and the standard form ax squared plus bx plus c. How do the numbers in the different forms relate to each other? So think about that. What happened with that one over here? What happened with this 2 and this 4? here, this 4? Or what happened with this 3 and this 9? How does it relate to 6? Okay, think about that. I think you could argue that A x plus big A squared is equal to x squared plus 2a x plus a squared. In other words, in standard form, I've got ax squared plus bx plus c, that this b, let's highlight these. This b is equal to 2a, and this c is equal to a squared. So we can write that. B in term standard form is equal to 2a, and and c is equal to a squared. So if we look at this one, x squared plus 12x plus 36, in terms of its perfect squares, this would be x plus, let's see, 36 is equal to c. If c is equal to a squared, that means a is equal to the square root of c. So the square root of 36 is 6, so this is x plus 6 squared. And x squared plus 16x plus 64, that's x plus something squared. Also, I look at 64, and the square root of 64 is 8. And so x plus 8 quantity squared is equal to x squared plus 16x plus 64. And this middle term is twice what a is. 12 is 6 times 2. And 16 is 8 times 2. And another way to think about it is that I'd take half of that number. That's what it's going to be. So in this case, it's going to be x minus 8 squared, because 16 in this case is negative. And for the one down on the bottom, x squared plus 20x plus 100, half of 20 is 10. So I'm thinking it's going to be x plus 10 squared. All right. Let's see, fill in the blanks here. 14. This should say 14x, sorry. X squared plus 14x plus blank. Well, half of 14 is 7, so I take 14, divide by 2, and that gives me 7. And then I would square it to get what I've got there. So 7 squared is 49, so I put 49 here, equals x plus 7 squared. Okay, let's try this one over here. X squared plus 22x. 22 divided by 2 is 11, and 11 squared is 121. So this is going to be 121, but in the blanks over here, I'm going to have a plus 11 squared. All right, I will see you in part 2.